get everything working, you know? How are we doing? Okay, so that one's running live. That one's running live. Move this a little closer. I gotta get my mic a little closer here, huh? Okay, it looks like my Twitch is running. Let's check. My chat is working. Just getting this drink real quick before we begin. It's been a minute since I've streamed. Been working a lot. All right. Oy. Shit. Okay. All right. Let me just check and make sure this is working on all the other channels. Okay, that one's working. Good. Let me make sure Twitch is working. 1 second. Twitch. I just gotta check everything before we begin here. Crimson Desert. I see Rasmer's live. Rasmer's been Rasmering. No way Asmongold's still playing Crimson Desert. That guy's fucking nuts. I mean, I'm still gonna play it. Actually, I have to download. I have to do that real quick. Let me download the update. Apparently, Crimson Desert had a huge patch. Thank fucking God. It needed a patch so badly. All right, because we're gonna play that tonight. All right, we are live on Twitch. That's good. And then let's check YouTube last. And then we'll begin. Check my YouTube. Yo, how you doing, Mr. Dog Wiz? How's it going, brother? All right, cool. YouTube is working. All right, so we're good. Everything is working. Now I just, what's the tea? We got a lot of tea to share. I'm just making sure everything's live on my side. And with the algorithm here, I'll just share. Wrong one. That one. This is the one I'm sharing. All right. So, all right. That's running my baseline. Cool. So we can just hang out for a little bit before it fully runs the baseline. A couple of things. I mean, we'll talk about my bullshit in a minute. That doesn't matter. We got a couple of stories. One, this quadriplegic amputee shooting someone, which is insane. A decrepit criminal. We have. Here's how We'll wait for the baseline because this is going to be an online clip. We got a famous actor beating the brakes off of his neighbor because he's getting yelled at about his motorbike. We already have this. Jensen Huang says, I'm sorry. We got the FEMA director who believes he's been teleporting through space and time, but really he has a drinking problem. That's fucking ridiculous. We got this story out of China of these 7 heroic dogs led by a corgi. And I guess like 10 mile. That one's insane. We'll go over that one. We got Cuck level 5. And we got Horton hears a Caroline Ellison. We got a bunch of stories. But I'm kind of waiting for my baseline to fill. Because I want it to be clipped for my clippers. So I guess in the meantime, I'll walk you through what I've been working on in the last week here at Liveframe. A lot of updates. We have new customers, companies like Hit1. We're talking to another customer tomorrow. We have Overthrown, a Web2 video game on Steam. We have Button. They're a new trading terminal, not out yet. We're starting to get their socials ready now. We have, of course, the Kalashi stuff. Nothing there has been really changing. And we're excited. But one of the biggest issues I think we faced was kind of telling our story as a startup. Our product, I believe to be great. And I think a lot of our potential customers and current customers believe to be great. But I think the biggest problem that I've been learning as a startup founder is oftentimes what you see in your head is often too complex for a new person to digest. I think every founder has this difficulty where, at least new founders, have this difficulty where they believe a story to be really simple, but they don't have enough data to support what they believe. And so the LiveFrame like AI site, like this is our tech product site, it addresses a need, which is we make distribution really easy, but it doesn't really tell that story. Like if we go here, it just says scale your brand with AI powered virality, which is correct and wrong to say. It's correct in the sense that that is what the product does, but it's not really like speaking as to like why that matters, right? Like that headline. It's showing the tool. So what I realized was that this is more of a product page than it is a page to attract businesses. This is great if you're doing retail marketing, which we will be doing. That's on the plans. We have that coming in the next several weeks here. But it doesn't work for a larger world, which is the business world. And what I realized as I was talking to customers is the AI tools are really great, but the need that has not changed is businesses do not want to do their own distribution, and they want everything relatively done for them. Not that they're necessarily lazy, but they only have so much time. And so I vibe coded an entire front end. Now my back end engineers, the people who are actually talented at coding, like they hooked up all the back end stuff. But I spent about 3 days vibe coding my own front end React front end site for our larger business like proposition, right? Like the idea is, how do I sell what we do that is captivating, that doesn't require me to send like the 20th sales deck because people get bored of sales decks. And so I came up with this site. It's liveframe.agency, and it works as like the holding co. The best way to explain it is if Adobe is the company, then this is LiveFrame Agency. And if Photoshop is a tool, then in that case, LiveFrame AI is one of those product tools. So the idea is this is just really easy for people to sign up. You know, if you're a creator, you can just go right and make a, well, I'm already signed in. So you'll see it when if you don't have an account. It'll go to a retail account for you to sign up for free. I use this thing called Studio something. It's like $30 a month, but this is what all the Silicon Valley startups are using. It's an AI recording tool that makes like product demonstration videos, which I didn't know until I was doing enough research. So I went ahead and made all these videos, you know, made this new graphic, explain how creators get onboarded, tracking the payments. I separate every part of the product out so it's very digestible, you know, clients we've worked with, you know, all that shit, okay? Compare and contrast. We didn't even, you know, on the product site, we didn't even have a pricing tier. Like, we didn't really get that situated. So now I have it. It's all hooked up. It does the payments. One thing that I thought was really cool, I saw another business do this, is cal.com, not Cal AI, that's a calorie counter. You can embed your cal.com calendar as a founder inside your website, and it works really well. And people can book meetings directly from your website, you know, 15-minute meetings, and it'll work automatically. So yeah, and then this goes to product. But yeah, I'm basically filling up time until this, where am I here? Until this is my, okay, the baseline's on and working. Cool. All right. That's good. So, but you get the idea. This is our business site. It connects to everything. It'll connect to our apps. I'm honestly, like, again, I'm biased. I know AI coded this up, but I think I did a really good job assembling it. Like, I don't mean to toot my own horn, but my ego was boosted like a motherfucker when I finished this, and I was like, holy fuck. Like, I did this myself. I know AI coded it, but I put it together. I assembled the parts. You know, using AI really feels like a casino because you're like, oh, what is it going to be? And yeah, was very happy with it. All right, so we'll move on to things that matter. And we're going to start talking about the news. So I just want to make sure audio is not fucking up here. Okay, we're good. Audio is good. I'm reading this real quickly before we make a title, because if you don't know this stream, the process is we talk about bullshit, and I set it up as clips so that way I can go viral on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and then we play some video games. So like news, business insight or some shit, video games. Now I did the business insight first on like something I learned. So now we're going to do news, and then we're going to play Crimson Desert because they did a controller update. So hopefully the game's like halfway decent. Sorry, I pulled out my neck and my shoulder in the gym. But okay, so quadruple amputee. What? A quadruple amputee and professional cornhole player accused of murdering someone before drive. What? A quadriplegic driving a Tesla who's a professional cornhole player killed someone with a gun. What the fuck? What? Okay, so Dayton Weber, who's 27, has no arms and no legs and was featured on ESPN and accused of shooting 27-year-old Bradrick Michael Wells during an argument. Police say Weber was in a Tesla SUV when he shot Wells in the passenger seat. Holy shit. He then pulled over and asked two backseat passengers to help pull Wells out of the car. I did, dude. Holy shit. Dude, hey, so how does he fire the gun? How does he fire the gun? He's got no arms and no legs. He's like worse than Lieutenant Dan. Lieutenant Dan, you got no legs, Lieutenant Dan. What the fuck? All right, so I looked this up, and this is how a quadriplegic shoots a gun. Okay, so here it is. A quadriplegic loading the cartridge. Well, dude, he could shoot himself in... Oh, he doesn't have legs. I was going to say he could shoot himself in the... Wait. Does he use his nub? Oh, that's him. Wait, yo, he's nubbing. Look at that nubbing. You know what's funny is the gun had to already be loaded when he shot this guy and killed this guy, because it probably takes 5 minutes for him to load the gun or more. Can you imagine being the passenger like, I don't like what you're saying right now. You better wait like 5 minutes. I got to aim the gun at you. Don't move. Don't move. Wait, I also just realized something. If the chamber is exposed, how does he cock the gun? How does he pull the chamber back when he shoots? Like if he's in a firefight, how does it work? Cuz like look at this video, right? He shoots, and then the chamber is exposed because he expends all the ammo. Right? Right there. How does he cock it back? All right, this is like a fucked up take, but if you get murdered by a quadruple amputee, I think it's Darwinism. If you get killed by a guy with no arms and no legs with a gun, that's not the quadriplegic killing you. That's God telling you it's time, it's your time, it's time to go. That's my opinion, because if I saw Buddy pull out a gun with his little nubs, I would get out of the car 10 minutes before he can aim the gun at me. And also, how the fuck does he drive the car? And also, how is he a professional cornhole player? I gotta see his cornhole videos. Hold on. Oh, it would be like this. Hold on. All right. Like that, right? I think that's how he would do it. All right, we gotta look him up. I gotta see cornhole videos. We gotta see this shit. No, that's the gun. Okay, all right, so here he is. Oh, they have a whole video on this motherfucker. Yo, look at it. Yo, he is in it to fucking win it, bro. Look at it. So yeah, he holds the cornhole bag by the nubs. Okay, and then what happens? Okay, so there's a video. Let's watch this video.
I'm a professional cornhole player.
Okay.
I had gotten
Show
a
me your
bacterial
cornhole
infection
ability.
when I was just 10 months old.
Professional cornhole play. Wait, he had arms and legs to begin. Oh, he probably had like an infection or something. That's sad. Oh, wait. I'm sorry. I very much respect people with disabilities. Okay. I would not make fun of someone with disabilities that they're a good person. You murder someone, it's fair game. If I murdered someone, you'd be allowed to make fun of me. It's fair rules. It's fair rules. Here's him with the nub on the cob. That's Nub on the cob right there. Nubs. Oh, wait. Okay, all right. So the nub is almost like a mitten. So it's like he's got oven mittens. So it's like it's like a manufactured opposable thumb. Okay, I can respect that. There's some dexterity. Oh, he's in it to win it. He kind of does look like a murderer. Wait, no fucking way. Okay, it's not funny. It's not funny. Holy, oh, I thought he had fucking, dude, that's terrible. When he does the cornhole and he misses, he has to like crawl his way. All right, I gotta respect it. Again, also his biceps are fucking huge. Like he's still working out. I have nothing against, wait a minute. Go back. Okay, so that's how he drives a Tesla. He's like, this nubs by the wheel. How do you do fishing? You know what? If he didn't murder anyone, I would fucking love this guy because he's got the tenacity to go through life living it to his full. He's doing wrestling. How does nub wrestling work? Does that wait? So does the other guy have arms? Because that one doesn't make sense to me. Because like wrestling's all about grappling, but you've got nothing to grapple. Does the other guy have no arms? I kind of need to know about how that works. You know, this guy's trying not to laugh too. Look at this motherfucker. Look at this motherfucker. Okay, so he did wrestling. Is how he dropped. He did swimming? How do you swim? Dude, this guy's life story is more interesting than the guy than committing murder. Dude, this guy, honestly, this guy fucks. Like, if this guy wasn't a piece of shit murderer, I think I would like this guy a lot. This is crazy. Dude, he's a baller. All right, well, look, dude, nothing can stop you if you have enough courage, including bloodlust and murder. No disability will stop you from committing murder. That's the moral of the story. No Nub McGee. All right, so we looked at No Nub McGee. Now let's look at a Giga Chad, okay? I gotta go into Giga Chad mode here. Pick you up. We're drinking a fancy drink. All right. So, if you don't know who this guy is, this Giga Chad is known as Alan Ritchson, better known as Reacher. Also, that one guy you saw in that one Netflix movie that was at 3 a.m. before you were doing Netflix and chill. Now, Alan, this Giga Monolith Chad, lives in Tennessee, and he has quite an annoying neighbor. So Alan and his kids were motorbiking around the neighborhood when his neighbor said, "Shut the hell up with all that noise." And Alan, who's probably on steroids, so I have no idea, I'm just going to make an assumption, is seen here beating the ever-loving shit out of his neighbor. And what's interesting is his neighbor kind of eats that shit. Like, he doesn't get knocked out or anything. He just picks up his shit, he tells him to fuck off, and he goes right into the house. And like, this is in front of his kids. His kids are like just chilling there. Okay. He lost aura. Not being able to pick up your motorbike like that after getting in a fight, that's negative aura loss. Like, if you beat the brakes off someone, you have to get back on your motorbike with perfect accuracy. You can't drop it on the grass. I think that makes the other guy the winner because he not only ate the punches and is still talking shit to him, but Alan did not pick up the motorbike correctly. So yeah, anyway, if you spot Alan Ritchson in Hollywood as he's filming a movie, be careful because he might beat the shit out of you. Let me know your thoughts. Who's in the right? I really don't care, if I'm going to be honest. I just like watching people get hit. If anything, I think Alan should be in like an MMA promotion. I think he's got what it takes. I think he should. Dude, an Alan Ritchson versus Jake Paul, I think Alan Ritchson would beat the shit out of him because he's just like twice his size. The dude's massive. Yeah, that's the story on that motherfucker. Let's see if I'm missing anything in the meantime. Any interesting news before I go to the other stories? No, same quadriplegic. Okay, so Crimson Desert. I'm going to play that motherfucker. Breaking news. Punch the Monkey and his new stuffy have joined Team Foundation. The fuck? On Fortnite? What is that? What? Oh. I got it. This was a good story. Okay. I did thank myself for reminding myself. This was a fucking crazy story. This guy did DMT on stream. This guy is crazy. All right. Here we go. Here I have to make a catchy headline that will piss this guy off and other people. All right, I got it. Billionaires will do anything for views. So this is Brian Johnson. He's a billionaire who believes he can be an immortal god, and he's tried a couple of drugs. He did mushrooms before, but this weekend or last weekend, he did something called DMT, or the God molecule. And he did a large amount of it, considered to be large even by expert acid enjoyers. And he trips with his girlfriend and his son in the room in front of hundreds of thousands of people. And this is his response to the experience of him doing this acid. So I'm going to put it up here. He goes, "This was the most profound experience of my life. I am stunned beyond comprehension. This molecule is without peer. The 27 milligram dose opened up what felt like pure consciousness and intelligence." And he basically goes on to say that as the trip started, he got really scared, but he had to fight his ego, which many acid enjoyers call like an ego death, and accept the embrace of this acid universe that he's about to undergo. And he said once he did that, he felt like he was one with the universe. I think the biggest ironic thing is like, what if on Brian's quest to be an immortal man and not die, the act of taking these drugs allows him to accept death and no longer care about being immortal? I think that would be the biggest irony. Now, I don't think that's going to be the case because he posts the Immortal Manifesto. But yeah, I think, I don't know what other drugs Brian Johnson could take, maybe fentanyl. But he's probably not going to do that because there's not really any material mental side effects. But yeah, so someone in the comments said he's Brian Johnson is about to become a psychonaut. You only know what that means if you had an Xbox like 10 years ago. Very good IP that died. But yeah, Brian Johnson Acid Arc is activated. Let me check with these clips. Okay, good. It's working. Cool, we're getting clips. Okay, next one. Here's next. The CEO of NVIDIA says, "I'm sorry." So Jensen Huang is not happy about the release of DLSS 5 himself and says he also does not like AI slop. What does that mean? What does that mean for us, okay? So Jensen Huang acknowledged the frustration, said he got where people were coming from and that he doesn't love AI slop himself. But he pushed back and saw there was a misreading on the technology. He argued that it does not override an artist's work, which I kind of disagree completely. But yeah, he goes on to say, the artist determined the geometry, Huang said. We are completely truthful to the geometry. But the geometry was not the issue. It was that it would filter the art assets so it didn't reach that like that art style, and would go towards like hyperrealism. So that's inherently not a true statement, but he runs the company. So like I don't expect him to like, say what he thinks, right? He also stressed the system stays anchored to the textures. Again, like it doesn't matter what he says, it's what people see. If people see it and feel that that's not the case, then therefore what he's saying is not true, because like it's not a science experiment, it's a video game. You're selling it to customers, and if customers feel that way, then the customer is right. So I don't know, I think he's just kind of defending his position. I mean, he also said that AGI has been achieved on a task level basis. So, take everything that a founder of the GPU says with a grain of salt. He is a genius. Don't get me wrong, he's a genius, but that does not mean he's going to tell you what he actually thinks. All right, that was a small story. Excuse me. We're going to go into the next few sets of stories here, and then we're going to play video games. This one is a actually ridiculous story. Here we go. A top government official believes he can travel through space and time. So this official at FEMA, and if you don't know what FEMA is, that's the department that handles things like hurricanes, earthquakes, other crises, and establishes the distribution of funds and support and resources. This official, his name is Greg Phillips, he went on a podcast and says that he believes he can teleport. And no, he doesn't mean like he can meditate or something more like woo-woo, but like grounded in reality. No, he literally believes that he's unlocked some superior ability to teleport and create these mini wormholes between parts of reality. And he says that there's an example where, for whatever reason, he keeps teleporting to a Waffle House. Greg, you're just blackout drunk. You didn't teleport. You have a drinking problem, or you have amnesia. You cannot teleport. You end up at a Waffle House because that's where you go when you're drunk. I know. I went to a Waffle House and a Denny's when I was drunk, and I got pancakes. They were delicious. Okay? And waffles. Chicken and waffles while you're drunk with syrup is godly. You cannot teleport. You have a drug addiction. Okay? You have an issue. Okay? Anyway, he claims that that's not true. He writes, I was with my boys one time and I was telling them that I was going to go to Waffle House and get waffles. And I ended up at a Waffle House. But I went to the wrong Waffle House. When I teleported, I ended up at a Waffle House 50 miles away. Dude, what the fuck? This is the guy who decides where our funding is going, by the way, or one of them. What's his role? What does he do at the FEMA? He's a high-ranking official at FEMA. What's he do at FEMA? They got... And they said, where are you? I said, a Waffle House. A Waffle House where? And I said, a Waffle House in Rome, Georgia. And they said, that's not possible. You just left here a moment ago. But it was possible. It was real. Teleporting is no fun. Brother, you didn't teleport. It's called a hangover. You got blackout drunk and then your head... I would love for him to say what it feels like to teleport. Like, he would, my bet would he'd be like, well, your mouth feels dry and you're kind of dizzy and you feel kind of nauseous and you have this like blaring headache. And somehow the minute you have like a screwdriver or hair of the dog, all of a sudden it goes away, and the only thing that can stop this sickness is going to the Waffle House. Don't know what to fucking say. What is his role? What is his role? Okay, so Phillips. Okay, so I guess he had other conspiracies, but we're not going to go over that. What's his role? Greg Phillips. What's your role? What do you do? Greg Phillips. Head of the Office of Response and Recovery. Holy shit. What does that do? That sounds like a pretty important role. How did you end up in that role? This is like millions of dollars in funding. Greg Phillips is the Associate Administrator for the Office of Response and Recovery at FEMA, appointed last year. He's the head of FEMA's largest division. He deals with resource mobilization. What the fuck? He handles billions of dollars? This guy believes he can teleport to a Waffle House and he's managing billions of dollars. We're fucked. What the fuck is that? That's crazy. We have lost it. As a society, we are going only downhill. That is absolutely disturbing. That is not good. That is not good. All right, let me just check this response real quick. Please provide an update. Okay, we'll do tonight. Okay. So here's a good story. This is a very good story, okay? This corgi saves 6 dogs, including itself, in China after it was kidnapped. So this is apparently a real story that is going viral across Chinese media. This little corgi, this Pembroke Welsh corgi, is guiding these dogs that had apparently escaped capture for whatever reason. Some criminal tried to capture them. And in that capture process, the German Shepherd in the middle apparently has an injured leg or something like that. And so all of the dogs that were freed are encircling that German Shepherd as they return home on a 10-mile trip back. Somehow these dogs knew where home was. And the story is even more interesting because not only did the corgi lead it as a herding dog, but apparently all these dogs are friends in a local Chinese neighborhood somewhere in that country. And so what I'm wondering is when this corgi is getting an Air Bud contract, because that is the greatest story of this year, in my opinion. And I have a corgi. I have a beautiful little corgi named Luna. So I'm a big advocate. This is amazing. I can't believe it's actually real. I thought it was fake, but it turns out it's not. The story is going all over the place. And so, yeah, this is a miracle, honestly. Who knows what would happen to these dogs if they didn't take their own initiative. It feels like a Disney movie. This feels like something out of Disney. Also, why are these cars not stopping for these amazing dogs? I mean, I don't know. Maybe they're on a highway, but if I were there, I would stop for these dogs and put them in my car and try and find them help. Maybe it's a different place over there. I have no idea. We'll go to the next one. I don't want to talk. These last 2 stories are fucking suck. I don't want to talk about them. We're not going to talk about them. The one is about basically a guy cucking himself, and the other one is Caroline Ellison has been spotted at an airport headed to Puerto Rico. But I don't think anyone gives a fuck, and I don't really give a fuck. So yeah, we're gonna play a video game. But before I do that, I need to send a note to one of my engineers regarding something he's asking for. That's so fucking cute, by the way. That dog is so fucking cute. Massive fire erupts at an oil refinery. Massive fire erupts at oil refinery in Port Arthur, Texas. Uh-oh. Jihad is coming to America. The jihad is real. All right. What is this scam? What is that scam? All right. So we are going to play some video games, but before I do that, let me send this note. So I need to, that's actually sick. That's real? No, that's AI. That has to be AI. That's a gaming PC bus. No, that's real. That has to be real. That's crazy. All right. Let me go to Steam because we're going to update again. There's a second update. Did they push a second update already? Dude, South Koreans work like insane. They're insane workers. Slack. 1 minute. Dude, I used to never use Slack, and now half of my existence is in Slack, and I love my team, but man, I hate using Slack. My clippers on this, and I'm going, I can pull from did on this in December It was with someone who used to work at the company. We'll get back to you before or during our meeting tomorrow. Okay. Responded. Be looking for this tonight. Okay, this is almost done. All right. Cool. We can play some fucking video games. Pause. Is the game already on or something? Why is it? Oh, you know, I'm gonna turn this off and then back on to see if that's a problem. Because we have to play some Crimson Desert. Let's play some Crimson Desert. It has to happen. It is the game. It is the game of our time. A lot of people don't like the game, actually. Ugh. One friend has Crimson Desert on their wish list. Maybe I'll buy it for him. Oh, new Battlefield 6 update? I gotta try that too. I saw some people playing it on a sponsorship. Come on. Come on, let's do the update. We are gonna play this game. Is it ready already? Yo, how's it going? Oh, really? Thanks, Doji. How you doing, man? We're gonna play Crimson Desert. I'm just waiting for the update to load. I already did all the news. I did the news stuff for the day, so we're gonna chill. We're just gonna chill and play Crimson Desert for, let's say, 1 to 3 hours. Cause dude, I was working my ass off all day. Like, you know how you're getting hyped? What's the TCG news? Or Vibes TCG? Is there like a new collectible? I must know. Let me turn off and on Steam again because I imagine that means the update's ready to go. Orange Cap Gaming added Moonbird's IP. I thought the Vibes TCG was about penguins though. I'm curious. Let me see what's going on. Orange Cap. Okay. Where's they don't post anything on here? Oh, it's under Vibes TCG. All right, so let's go to Vibes TCG. Learn to play before set 3. Going live for some Monday Fun Day Vibes TCG streaming. Chonkaroo. Okay. I probably should talk to Spencer about using our products for streaming. Here's what you need to know about the new Vibes TCG set. LF Vibe. I mean, these cards look really cool. Burb. Is it Burb and Pengu or Burb and Pengu? I thought it was versus. When this character enters the huddle, reveal the top 2 cards of your deck. Pick up to 1 action card with Pudge cost 2 or less and draw it. But I don't know what that. I haven't played the game in a while, so I don't know what that means. Is this a new card or an old card? So what is it? Yeah. So what Luca went to Orange Cap to make Vibes TCG. Yeah, that part I know. Doji, have you played the game that I've been vibe coding lately? Did I show you that game? I've been making a game. It's definitely not like ready yet. It's like I need to do all the UI, the retooling, everything. Okay? But this is my game. It's called blackjackattack.app. You can log into it right now. Forget about the design in the UI, but the loop works. It's PvP blackjack with special cards. So think about it as like Balatro but blackjack. And we've been working on it for a while. It's a side project. I'm not spending most of my time on it. I have another guy who's taking most of the ownership on it while I work on like game design loop and shit. It's really cool. Like we could play right now. We could just fucking play it right now. I'll show you while we wait for Crimson Desert. It'll take a minute. Okay, cool. So I think that's a bot. All right, so I have an 8 and he has a 14. I'm going to do a free card. I'm going to keep the freeze card. Oh, I have to freeze him first? That's annoying. It's my co-founder on this probably changed it. I mean, it makes sense. It's smarter. It's the right thing to do. I'm going to stand because now I have more than him. And I won the round because I froze him. Dude, feel free to play. It's live right now. Blackjackattack.app. All the UI design, like everything's going to look beautiful, but that's the last thing you do. The game loop, the rule set, like all the theory has to work before you add all the stuff. Because I want this to be so good that I could release this on Steam or as a mobile app if I wanted to. So I think it's another 2 months of design before we can do that. But yeah, I'm excited about it. I think it looks fucking badass. I'm excited personally. We're gonna swap one of these guys' cards. I'm gonna take his king and I'm gonna give him my 8. And then we're gonna do this. We're gonna stand. He gets the chance to make a turn. Oh shit, we're gonna tie. He's got more action cards than me. He's been saving up. Yeah, but my RNG's better, bitch. RNG's better, motherfucker. All right. Let's see. He's doing an 11. What is he gonna hit? Oh, it's my turn. I'm stupid. Well, I have a 21. There's no reason for me to do anything. Unless the only thing he could do to kill me right now is to force hit me. But he doesn't have a force hit card, and force hit cards are rare. He could swap. He could screw me on a swap. Is he swapping with himself? Oh, he busts. Okay, he was just going. He's going for the full risk. This goes to 5 rounds, by the way. First to 5. Okay, so I have +2. So I mean, I'm just getting really lucky. This is not normal for me. He'll use his +1 and he'll tie me to push. He's got a 16 and I have a 15. I'm in a disadvantage. I'm going to do a -5 and then a hit and hope I get 20. Holy shit, I'm fucking amazing at my game. I swear to God, I'm not cheating. I swear to God, that was just luck. Oh, he took my shit, you motherfucker. If I hit, I can probably bust. If I use this card, I'm going to lose. So I'm going to risk it. I bust it. I busted by fucking 1 point. Okay, he won that round. So, all right, we're tied. He's got 2 skips, which the skip cards don't really do anything interesting yet. We need to fix that. But he's also got a... Oh, fuck. I can do a swap. I have a swap. I don't need to save this because I already have... I only need 3 more rounds. So I'm going to take his queen and he can have my 7. And then I'm going to stand and he has a chance to come back at me. He could check his free card. He has balls. He hit. He hit twice and he's got balls. What the fuck just happened? How the fuck did he do that? That was bullshit. Oh, well, I already got this, so. It was mixed. It was Claude and Codex. Well, like we've been using a lot of AI tools. It's been both. I'm gonna use my skip card. I soft skipped. What kind of IP do you think we should add on this? Your turn. I'm gonna skip again, brother. Oh, I can make him skip and then he. I made him bust. No homo. Okay, we're gonna hit again. Well, that fucking sucks. We're gonna go -5 and try and hit another 10. Oh my god, that's actually so insane. We're gonna stand. I win. One more round and then I win. +1. I win. I'm the motherfucking man. I'm the guy. Good shit. You saw one of our first ever live stream matches of a game that we made. Add penguins? You think add penguins? Are you sure that would work? I guess it could work for distribution. I guess the problem is like, who's the audience for blackjack? Pudgy or like a Doodles? Or what about a Zuki? What do you think about a Zuki? I could go to any of these IP guys and get an IP. I could, you know, I never sent this to Luca. I could send this to Luca and see his, and I could probably text Spencer and get his take because he's a card game fucking nut job. That's a good idea. Shit, Doji, you might make me some money, which means I'm gonna have to give you some money, but you might make me some money. Sheesh. All right. Cool. I want people to share that game. That's fun. I did not know that the Vibes TCG thing was happening. Let's do some Crimson Desert. This was earlier today. Had to be earlier today because it's nighttime here. And an hour back, it would not be the... I've been to Texas. This probably happened in the early afternoon or like around 4 or 5. All right. Is this done yet? Like, what the fuck? How do I where's the refresh button? Come on. I want to play Crimson Desert. Stop fucking with me. Ugh. I'm very early in the game, by the way. Personally, very early. What did I send to Eli that he's laughing? Oh, yeah. I can't show you what I sent him, but he found it pretty fucking funny. He found that shit real funny. Respect. All right, I'll give it 2 more seconds and then I'll reload the app. Reload the app. Reload the app it is. We try again. Reload the app again. Reload the app. Come on, man. I just want to play the fucking game, dude. Just let me play the fucking game. Come on. Do I have to like reset my restart my PC or something? What does this say? Oh, I don't want you to see that. That's not for you to see. Maybe I'll have to restart my stream to get this working. Because I don't have a download issue. Let me restart my stream. Let me restart my PC. I'll restart the stream. Because I don't know what else I could do to make... Wait! All right, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna take a piss, and let's see if this works. Hold on. Right as I said that, it said don't do it. Be right back. All right, if this isn't working, I swear to God. Oh, come on. I guess I'll just check out the store in the meantime while I see if something happens. Let's browse. Let's see who's running up the charts right now. Most played. Dude, Slay the Spire 2 is just like such a crazy success story. I have Deadlock, but like, I don't think you want to hear me yell at people for like an hour. I just don't know why this update's queued. So if I do that, what happens to Crimson Desert? Update queued. Dude, they all need to update. What the fuck is going on? What? They all need an update. I know it's not my internet. My internet's very good. Okay, go back. All right, fuck it. We're going to have to